My name is Mara, and up to the point of this video, I have done well over 90 paid testing opportunities through user testing. So I'm here to share some really important pieces of advice on what not to do. So let's begin. Number one, ignore directions. I've said in previous videos that it's important to follow directions, but one of the biggest things that can threaten you from even becoming a continued testing panelist for user testing is to not follow any of the directions provided and just do your own thing. That is very dangerous for you as a paid tester because you could get 1 star and potentially not even get paid for the test, and possibly worse, depending on what the test was, get booted off the platform. So definitely make sure to follow directions during each paid testing screening. Number 2, a big no-no is not answering written questions. A lot of the paid testing screenings are going to have you write short responses in response to your thoughts or your experiences doing some of the processes asked of you. If you decide that you either A, don't want to write down any of the answers and just skip that, or B, just provide simple yes or no answers, or it didn't work, it's not enough. You are certainly going to get either a 1-star review at best. You may not even get paid. And as I said before, there could be a chance that you could get kicked off the platform. Number 3, a big rude no-no during user testing is speaking to others while you're doing your test. You are spending your time and you are getting paid to do a testing task. And the biggest thing that's asked of you is to work in a quiet, distraction-free environment. So that means that testers are going to want your undivided attention. And guess what? A lot of tests now are requiring that you have your video camera on. Make sure that the only person you're talking to is the test itself or the moderators for that test, and no one else during that time. Number 4, another dangerous big no-no to do during user testing is to stay quiet. The whole point of user testing is for companies to get a robust amount of feedback back from its consumers. And if you're not saying anything, if you're not actually verbally sharing your opinions or your thoughts on a process or a task or the test, then there's really no point. That is going to result in you having 1 star or worse. So you need to, it's actually written in the rules, you need to speak out loud from the beginning to the end of your test, no matter how long the testing opportunity is. So just think of everything you can during the time you're taking the sessions. Staying quiet is just not gonna cut it. If it's hard for you, drink some water. Seriously, it'll definitely help. Number 5, a huge no-no that I have for you is lying during the screening process. If you wind up saying that you have, for example, experience as an aeronautical engineer, and then you wind up passing the screening, but the truth is you have 0 experience in that, the moderators are going to find out. They're going to ask you very specific questions that are going to test your knowledge about the industry or the background that you're claiming to represent. If at any point that they find out that you are lying, that's going to be very detrimental for you, including having any future paid opportunities to participate with user testing. So please just answer all screening questions with honesty. If for some reason you answered all the questions honestly, but then you started taking the test and you realize that the test wasn't for you, it's better just to be vocal and honest and say, I'm sorry, unfortunately, I've come to realize that I do not actually qualify for this test. I would like to be dismissed as a tester for this. And then write that down under the explanation. That's gonna be fine, much better. Integrity is everything. Number 6, one giant no-no is working in a distracting setting. This goes with working in a loud setting. If there's a bunch of other things going on, if there's a lot of chit chat, if there's a lot of outside noise, if there's anything going on that's going to take away from your time, I promise you, moderators are going to sniff that, especially if you have a camera and they see you're looking around doing other things. If you can't do a test it's just better to acknowledge that you can't do it before the time. Like once you're logging into user testing, my big recommendation is just to make sure that you actually have the time, that you can actually carve the time to commit to at least one of the paid testing opportunities. My last piece of advice is to never, and I mean never, disclose any of the testing information you had to others. A lot of times companies are going to have you sign an NDA. I just did 2 tests like that earlier where I had to sign an NDA document. This is important to know because you are participating in a paid testing opportunity to assess perhaps a prototype project, something very confidential, or something that has very proprietary knowledge and inside knowledge. If user testing catches you doing that, I can assure you that you're more than likely gonna get kicked off and banned from the platform and say goodbye to getting paid. Well, anyway, folks, that's all the advice I have for you. Is there anything that I missed out on? Any other big no-nos? Definitely comment below, because maybe I'll do a part 2. If you're interested in more opportunities or videos that have to do with user testing tips and tricks in order to become a high-rated, highly paid user tester, consider subscribing to this channel. If you want to learn more about any other paid usability testing opportunities, you're gonna like this content. Or if you're an independent tutor like me and you want to find out more about paid remote opportunities, come hang out with me on this channel. Well, anyway, folks, that's all I have for today. I hope you all have a wonderful day and I hope to see you again. Bye.